guys, I'm Gio.
I'm Bart.
I'm Tiffany.
I'm Joe, and you're watching
AskTheFeels.
And today we have a question from Patricia.
Paprika.
Hey guys, I just wanted to ask a question because every time I see something or how I view things or my perspective on something, people around me or my parents, even my parents, are very negative about it. They try to put me down and say that I'm into blasphemy and I'm an Antichrist or something like that. And I want to know how you guys feel about it and how you would try to overcome that situation. Thanks.
Were there roosters in the background?
There were like babies or something. So I know where she's coming from. So she's basically at that stage where she outsmarted her parents. And you're gonna put yourself under a lot of stress by trying to convince them, by trying to shed some light on their perspective or anything, because they're so brainwashed by the religion and by how they're raised that they can't even think of what if. So I would just get used to pretending.
Well, I mean,
There's no point in arguing with them. I would just get used to pretending like, yeah.
well, that's a good, solution or temporary solution, I think. But I also feel like, because I can kind of relate to her a little bit, is that
I think we all can.
right. I think that the best way would be, once you understand their mentality and once you understand where their mindset is, then you learn how to talk to them in that manner. So if there's things that you want to convince them about, you have to understand that if they see things as like, Legos and like unicorns and shit, then you have to talk in Lego and unicorn talk for them to understand what you're trying to say. Because if you approach them in a logical manner or like more philosophical, you're gonna lose them completely, and then you're gonna be talking, gibberish to them. So I think that you really have to understand their mindset and communicate to them the way they know how to communicate.
I think once you outsmart your parents, no longer can you treat them as equals, and it's now time to approach them almost as if they're kids. So if you're talking to a kid, you're gonna dumb down your language and you're gonna try to break it up into principles that they're gonna be able to understand. And if you get fired up, then you're dumb as an adult to expect the kid to understand. And it's the same thing when your intellect outgrows your parents and you're still getting fired up, or if you're getting emotionally affected by it, which I still do when I'm talking to my parents, but I always have to take a step back and try to reevaluate the situation. But you know what, my parents aren't gonna be able to understand this. So now, because my mom is very superstitious, she's always telling me about all these signs about how I'm gonna have a good year or a bad year or whatever. Now I communicate and I just entertain my mom. I'm like, you know what I found out? There's these 3 new dandelions that grew in the front yard, and I knew they meant something good. And guess what? This year, our gross revenue is better than last year, and I just knew that's why I'm not gonna cut the dandelions. My mom's like, see? Don't cut them. What did I tell you? You told me you wanted to cut them. Don't cut them. I'm like, I won't.
Yeah, that's what I mean by lip service, is do exactly what Bart does.
And now we have a very happy relationship.
Fucking lie. Just pretend like you believe what they believe.
Well, I mean, by pretend and lie, you actually mean that you know that your parents are coming from a positive place. They mean nothing but love, and they mean nothing but positivity, and they want nothing but the best for you. So lie and pretend, meaning just remember that that's where they're coming from. So just take it in and then...
It's not lying, it's entertaining their school of thought.
Right,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying that's what Joe means by lying.
It's like playing with the kid. If the kid is saying, hey, there's piranhas in the water, you don't go, that's fucking carpe, you fucking moron.
Yeah.
You go, there are piranhas. Oh no.
Right.
You're not lying to the kid, you're just entertaining that thought.
Right.
And it's really hard, especially if you live under their roof and they have control over you, because it's really hard having an idiot control your life. Like, I know how it's stressful. I mean, there's so many cases, like, my friend she got accepted into a really good school, but because her parents were so traditional, like, you need to fucking stay here, she ended up having to go to a local college here when it could have been in the East Coast and something really well and all that stuff. But because her parents didn't even understand, they were like, well, college is college. And so, wait, didn't you have that same experience too?
That's my sister.
Oh, your sister. Okay. This was a girl I was dating too. It's the same thing. And because of that small-minded thought, you can see that your future and your success is being held down so much because your parents have a small mind. And it's really a lot of hard work to convince them that it's better. Sometimes you just gotta live your own and leave the nest and grow. And And it's really hard, especially if we come from a traditional background where it's very important for us to please our parents and make them happy and make them feel like proud of you. But just know, like, sometimes it takes a very hurtful act for you to get away from their chains and then grow as an individual and come back and be like, look, I know what the fuck I'm doing.
It's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Thank you for watching, guys. To stay updated on the latest episodes of Ask the Feels, don't forget to subscribe. And for the last video, click over here. Bam, 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 bam.
Yeah. Would you be open to dating a trans male?
Well, I mean, that's what I was thinking while you guys were talking, and I feel like it's a lot easier for females to say yes to that answer, and then for me specifically, it is a yes, for sure. Like, I would for sure do it.
Yeah, same for me.
I don't know, I think because I feel like I would fall in love with the person before anything else, and I think I would admire that person even more for being so courageous to say, you know what, this is who I am, this is what I want to do, and